Rule number 3, fight your nervousness. It is okay to be nervous when you speak. Everybody gets nervous a little bit. The key thing is how to control your anxiety. And there are a number of ways to deal with it. First of all, of course, the most important thing is to know your speech well. Or, in other words, to know your subject well. If you're really an expert in your subject, you will have less anxiety when speaking in public. At the same time, it's important to also be able to control your anxiety with simple breathing techniques. Say 1 minute before your speech, sit down, close your eyes, put your hands on your lap just like this, and breathe. 2-3 times slowly breathe in and breathe out. That will help relax your body a lot. When you speak to the audience, another way to control your anxiety and your nervousness is to talk to real people. Do not just look at the audience as a mass of people, look at them as distinct individuals. Look at the people who are looking at you. They are sending you positive messages, and you will feel much better and much more confident when you will establish these bridges with these real people. So these are just some techniques or tips to make you feel easier and feel less anxiety while speaking. Rule number 4, use powerful body language. There is a famous, often quoted US study of human face-to-face communication, which talks about the impact of communication on people. So how do we understand what people say to us? And this study actually revealed that this message comes to us through 3 means: body language, tone of voice, and words. The interesting thing though was that the proportions between or among these 3 parts were actually quite unexpected. It appeared that over 50% of the message comes from the body language, over 30% from the tone of voice, and only less than 10% come from the actual spoken words. Of course, there are certain limitations to the study and to what it can be applied, but generally I think the message is very clear. Our body language, our voice, are important tools in our hands when we speak in public. So, what kind of body language you can use? Well, I'm against using any artificial body language. The most important thing is to understand what constitutes a positive body language and what can come across as negative body language. So positive body language are the signs, the gestures, your eye contact, which help you build bridges with your audience. It's almost like you build a bridge to the heart of the person in front of you, so you can really send your message correctly. And negative body language are the things that actually distance you from your audience. They actually create barriers between you and your audience. And these are the things which should be avoided at any cost when you speak in public. Rule number 5, use your voice powerfully. I've just quoted you a study which told us that over 30% of information from any message comes from the tone of voice. Of course, you have to learn how to use your voice powerfully. So what are the things to pay attention to? First of all, intonation. Avoid monotonous speech. Change the intonation depending on your message. Secondly, pay attention to pauses. Pauses have a great power. When you make a powerful pause in the right place at the right time, it sends a great message to your audience. They really understand your words, your speech much better, and they get much deeper into it than if you were not using the pauses. Finally, vary the speed of your speech, the speed of your voice, depending on what kind of emotion you want to arouse in your audience. Well, that's it for now. In my future videos, I will be speaking about each of these fundamentals in more detail. So if you're interested, check out my website at rashadbayramov.com regularly for more postings. Till then, stay safe and speak with confidence.